Hey guys, we're going to go over a set of questions which I call difference of two squares and its cousins. You'll see this multiple times on your SAT and ACT math. So let me get you into it. So here's the difference of two squares. A squared minus B squared. Could be x squared minus y squared. Could be, excuse me, x squared minus 36. So two squares subtract the difference of two squares. And so here's what it equals. A plus b times a minus b. Excuse me. And so like so many things on these tests, when you see something written one way and you know it could be written in another way, well, that's the whole question. You just rewrite the thing that they gave you in the other way you know you can write it, and that I guarantee it will lead to the answer. So you'll see that a lot with difference of two squares and its cousins. So we'll try question 18 here. This is an ACT math question. And we got x to the fourth minus 4. Jeez. So the thing here is x to the fourth is actually the square of x squared. So we know that that could be written as x squared minus 2 and x squared plus 2. And technically, the first part right there is still a difference of two squares because x squared is obviously a square, but 2 is the square of the square root of 2. So you could rewrite that bit as x plus 2 times x minus 2. And then, but we can't rewrite x squared plus 2. It's only the difference of two squares that gets written. So we keep that x squared plus 2 over there. So now, when they ask which of the following is not a polynomial factor of x squared minus 4, well, x squared minus 2 is a factor. X squared plus 2 also a factor, so it's not going to be F or G. X minus, oh whoops, I made a mistake. I should have, this was x plus the square root of 2, and this was x minus the square root of 2. Because it's the square root of 2 times each other, which gets you 2. Alright, x minus the square root of 2, yep, that is a factor. X plus the square root of 2, also a factor. But x minus 2 itself, not one of the factors. So the answer on question 18 is K. And you'd get that just by recognizing that x squared minus 4 is a difference of two squares, actually. And you'll see question 25, same thing. 32, yeah, you'll see this over and over. So we'll look at 44 really quickly. So they ask, what's x squared minus y squared? Well, we know that difference of two squares is going to be x plus y times x minus y. And they told us that x plus y is negative 2 and x minus y is negative 3. So we're going to multiply those two, and we're going to get 6 as the answer. G. All right, so that's the difference of two squares. Now I mentioned difference of two squares and its cousins. Let me show you the cousin equations. We could also have the square of a minus b. And that would be equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. You're going to memorize that. We could also have the square of a plus b. That's going to be very similar. A squared is going to be plus 2ab plus b squared. So things you want to have memorized. This one, a squared minus b squared. This one, square of a minus b. And this one, the square of a plus b. Now you could FOIL out squaring a minus b and squaring a plus b every time one of these questions comes up on the test. You could FOIL it out and do it. I would memorize what these equal because you will get through questions quicker. You want to buy and save yourself all the time you can as you get through this section so you have more time for trickier questions that might make you stumble for a second. Memorize these. You will use them. You will get quicker. And I'll just highlight one little difference. The way I remember these second two, I call them the cousin equations. The one that's a minus b is minus 2ab in the middle. The one that's a plus b is plus 2ab in the middle. Otherwise, they're the exact same. So let's see some questions where this comes up. All right, so question 4 here from an SAT looks like it's gonna have to do with the square of a plus b. It just looks like that whole a squared plus 2ab plus b squared thing I showed you before. So let's see if we can figure this out. So I'm going to keep that equation down there since it's the one we're going to use in the question. All right, so which the following is equivalent to 9a to the fourth plus 12a squared b squared plus 4b to the fourth. So so all you got to think here, you got to recognize, this is the square of a plus b formula. Right? So what squared would give us 9 to the fourth? That's going to be 3a squared. And what squared would give us 4b to the fourth? That's going to be 2b squared. If you square those out, you get the expression in the question. And you really have to have this memorized, I think, to be able to see this. So 3a squared is 2b squared. Square of that. Answer choice A in question 4. Let me see if there's any that use the minus one. The square of oh wow. You get the idea. It's going to be very similar to what we just did in this previous question that we've got here on the whiteboard on the right. And instead of you recognizing that's the square of a plus b, you'll realize, we're dealing with the square of a minus b. Just to avoid you having to look at me scroll forever, I'll move on. But you can see it's difference of two squares that shows up the most here. Okay, so memorize these 3 equations. We'll start to spot them in questions. And that's it. Good luck.